Well, I think we're going to luck out. The weather's changing. It was so funny. I watched all week. Well, it wasn't funny. It was nerve-wracking. I watched all week as, say, 7 days ago. So the first day of the 7-day forecast popped up on the Weather Channel for Northfield Park for the Sunday, the 10th. It showed a ton of rain. All night Saturday into Sunday morning, throughout Sunday, and stopping at 3 o'clock. And I mean a lot of rain. And then Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, maybe a little bit less rain. It's stopping at noon, then 11. I'm like, oh, we might luck out. Because, it's hard enough to get guys to come over, let alone, Mark and Scotty coming from another place, just to get, like, Chris Lambs or Hunter Myers, and Aaron Merriman might even come out, in which case I told him he could have some of my drives. It's hard to ask those guys to come out, hey, could you come out and go with our babies in the pouring rain and then go race all Sunday night in the pouring rain, in the mud? It's a big ask. And I'm fingers crossed all week. I'm just watching. And then I get up yesterday. Rain's supposed to stop at 9. I'm like, oh my God. Get up this morning. Rain's supposed to stop at 6. So it should. Not only are we not supposed to get rained on now, but it looks like I bought some Starbucks for the track crew. I'm on my way over there right now. I'm going to ask them if they maybe just screen it up good and, just get it ready for like the races Sunday night, but the races Sunday afternoon is what my hope is. So we'll see how that plays out. Just very, very lucky and happy and fortunate that that's how it played out. Now, had some races yesterday, a little bit of a scare yesterday. So if any of you have driven, probably many of you haven't, but the drive from Northfield Park to the Meadows, it's okay. Toll Road is pretty good. But the last exit at Cranberry, if you miss that exit, it's 25 minutes added on to your time. 25 minutes. No way around it. It's one of those roads where it's a straight road. There's no exits for 14 minutes that way, 13 minutes that way, and probably if you're in a hurry, 12 and a half on the way back. I'm on the phone with somebody. I'm just trying to get everything lined up for tomorrow. I'm a little mad at myself too the whole day yesterday. I just did not do a good job getting out the information for our open house for Christmas to the general public, and I completely dropped the ball on this. I was so mad at myself all week. And then I mentioned to Kelly, I said, for that May or Mother's Day open house this year, we're going to start marketing for that and advertising for that in March and April. I'm not waiting. I completely bungled this. Anyway, we're going to have 80 or 90 people up top, probably a few more. I'm going to invite the people from the barn area too if they want to go up and eat some pancakes to go on up. So we'll probably have a full house, but not what I wanted and not what I envisioned and not what I set out to do. A complete screw up on my part. So this is bothering me all yesterday. I'm on the phone with somebody. I'm talking to my mom. I'm talking to just people that were calling. Just was busy the whole way. Blew right by the exit, which I've done once before. That's how I know it's 25 minutes. Now, normally you're just mad and you're like, oh, idiot, and just keep going. No. I was only going to be at the track 35 minutes before Patrick DePirano's race, and that's the first thing that went through my head. What's the GPS say? Now, as I go by the exit, I see it. It's 23 minutes extra it puts on there. I'm going to be to Patrick DePirano's race 11 minutes before post time. Now I'm starting to worry a little bit who's not in the race. I see Brady Brown's not in the race. He's driven him, so it's not the end of the world. Not the worst thing that could happen. But I'm mad at myself. Now we took the kids out of school early because we were going to go watch Patrick race. I was going to race Patrick maybe. I was on the verge of watching him race also. But I was going to race Patrick. Then we were going to go to supper, have a nice supper, and planned on going shopping. I just can't help but be an idiot sometimes. And I didn't book anywhere to eat. There's more than enough places around Pittsburgh. If you've ever been to Pittsburgh, it's actually a really nice city. It really is a nice city, especially when this time of year, you drive through the city at night when we were going down around where the Steelers play and the Pirates play down in that area. It's absolutely beautiful. And we were going to go to a restaurant and eat. I called the first 5 restaurants, and I was lucky because Addie was getting hungry and she was getting angry, and we played a game. Let's call the restaurants and see which ones can accommodate us. We were 0 for 6. 0 for 6. Now, I believe at this point, Addie has now figured out that I've duped her. Now she's back to being angry again. And on the 7th one, we ended up calling Morton's Steakhouse, which is a little more high-end than I was looking for, but nevertheless would do the trick. So we went to Morton's, had a wonderful meal. So it's turned out to be a great day. I had the scare of missing Patrick, then winning with Patrick. And for those of you who know, we went out the night before. I told you, went to that little Christmas party. Amy Holler and Buck were there. Chris Lems and his significant other were there. Ronnie and Bree and Hunter and his significant other were there. So we were all joking all night and whatnot. And 2 nights before. So if you watch the replay, Hunter's chasing his horse. And I know Patrick's a winner. When I dump him into the pasture lane, I hit him a swat. I know he's gone. I know he's a winner. The week before, I knew he was beat as much as I knew I was a winner yesterday. So I duck him in the passing lane, and Hunter's chasing his horse. And I just tuck my whip boy, and I kind of glare at him going by. And he looked over and he saw me, and he had some choice words for me that I can't repeat on this. But it worked out well. Great meal, great race. We did not get to go shopping because by the time we got seated, and our service was a little slow actually. By the time we got seated, got our meal, ate it and whatnot, it was like 7:45. So I said, well, we'll walk outside and see if there's any shops open. We're in downtown Pittsburgh, I believe. I believe we are. So I asked the hostess, I said, is there any shopping around? She goes, if you just go outside, there's a little market set up, a little Christmas market. They get fudge and wine and some, knickknacks and clothes and stuff. I don't even know if that's a word here, knickknacks. No idea. Knickknack would be like little keychains and whatnot. So we walked around there, got Starbucks. So Amy was happy. Ava was happy. And then we went, it was so cool. They had this giant Christmas tree set up, and there was skating around the Christmas tree. Now, I'm not a skater. I can skate if I had to. If I had to, I could, but it's not really something I want to do. I wasn't a hockey guy when I grew up. Both my brothers, James and Curtis, were. Mark and I, not so much. Yeah, we skated. But I'm not going, you know what we need to do is go skating. No, I'm not there. And Ollie doesn't play hockey, so he wasn't into it. Ava kind of wanted to go skating. I said, no. No one's getting hurt on the ice tonight. No. The HR department has blocked all skating for this evening. But it was so nice because remember, I'm that guy. And now Amy, she's like, oh my God. She goes, it is actually really nice down here. I said, hold on. It's only December the 8th. Are you saying you're in the Christmas spirit on December the 8th? It was a good night, and it was a great night, actually. So I'm going to drop off some coffee and donuts to the maintenance crew here at Northfield. You got to understand, the maintenance crews are kind of like your janitor at your school, right? And that's certainly not to denigrate the janitor or the maintenance staff, but they never get a, hey, you're doing a great job. But if the bathrooms are dirty, people are going to start complaining. And when the track isn't up to what they believe it should be every single day, they kind of get shit on, right? And it's not it's a very thankless job, and I want to make a point. This is the second time I've done this now, to make a point, say, hey, thanks a lot. And by the way, if you could have the track great for Sunday, that would be awesome. So I'm going to drop off some coffee and donuts to them. Now, what else took place yesterday? Patrick was a winner. Electric line, so this is how yesterday would have went for Scott Young. He would have walked up to James and said, how's this electric line? James would have said, you got to watch him. He made a break on me down by the wire. He's a little skippy, but he's okay. I would bet that is almost exactly how the conversation went. And as soon as Scott Young heard Skippy, just takes him to the back and sits 25 lengths off. He's somewhere in Milton around the last turn and ends up going 1:59, 28 2 in the end of it. I'm happy they kept the horse flat. I'm like 20% happy they kept him flat and 80% angry that he was where he was. Because here's the thing. I'll take the flat line thank you. But if he can't do it Mohawk, he's not staying in Ontario. And I would think that Harry Poulton would like to know if he can do it Mohawk. And this beat 20, beat 14, going on the track 20-1, that ain't going to cut it. I'll just bring him here and race him here or the Meadows, where he's going to be 2-1 when he goes on the track. I want the horse to stay at Mohawk. I want him to do it Mohawk. I think that the big track will build his confidence and he'll be a nice horse. But I'm not running him up the wood every week. So if James can't drive him and people are going to run them up the wood on Harry, then the horse is going to come over here. And I hope that next week the horse gets an opportunity to race. I hope he is flat. I hope he paces well and he advances every week. He gets better. That is my hope. But I'm not waiting forever. Now, obviously, that seems a little aggressive. You've had one start and you're already talking about moving the horse. I get it. I don't mean to sound that aggressive. I was more a little frustrated that the horse was not even put in action last night. Now, if he had to put him in action, he made a break, I guess I'd be even more angry. So I'm just going to, I would say I was going to bite my tongue, but I didn't bite my tongue. I already have voiced my opinion. I hope that he gets raced next week and that he's comfortable, he stays flat, and he advances. That's what I hope. So we'll keep an eye on Electric Line. Park Slope, I don't really know what went on. I didn't talk to Stacy yet. Rolled off behind the gate. I'm not really sure what went on. I know when I raced her here, I brought her in a little slower to the gate because she gets a little pacey and a little choppy coming up to the gate. But in the mile, absolutely smooth as silk. So I think maybe put her up near the gate. She got a little shuffly, a little pacey, and ran, if I was to guess. But I have not spoke to Stacy yet, so we'll see when I speak to her what Brett had said about Park Slope. And then JK Victory, he does look a little tired, right? I was actually just going to send a note to Ronnie Burke and just say, hey, Indiana's over now. Probably just turn him out. He looks a little soft, ? We'll see what he thinks. Sure, obviously it's up to us to make the decision, but a decision without the information doesn't help, right? I need the information from Ronnie. I suspect the same thing. He'll say the same thing. Yeah, let's turn him out for 45, 60 days, I suspect. So let's see what he says. Now today, got to get rolling today. I got Stay Close and Spitfire Overseas in race 1 and 2, and then I'm back here. My brother Mark and Scotty and Megan get here right when I get back from Dayton, which is perfect timing. It's gonna work out really well for us. That should be a lot of fun. And then I see Swinging Senior. I see she made a break at the gate last week. She's racing today, and Renegade Gypsy. Where's Gypsy racing? Maybe today is the last day at Hoosier. It is. He's racing today. I apologize. I thought yesterday was. So those two will race today also. So good luck to Sanina and Jeff with Swinging Senorita. Who's the trainer? Virgil Morgan trains him. Sam Widger. Okay. And good luck to everybody with Renegade Gypsy also. Sunday we have Greatest Ending. A lot of people saying, why aren't you driving Greatest Ending? Well, it's very simple. I have lots of clients in town. Scott is still here. Mark is still here. Megan is still here. After the open house, probably going to go out and get something to eat later on. That should be a lot of fun. And that's why I'm not there. Luke Ebersol is going to drive Greatest Ending. Just want a nice, easy, conservative drive from him, which Luke is very good at. I suspect it won't be a problem. I just want to see him look good and race good. Listen, I'll let the cat out of the bag. I told our clients, but I'm sure most of you know by now. I trained that horse right here at Northfield Park in 52-3 last week. He was very, very good. That doesn't mean he's going to tackle the Open. We'd entered him in the non-winners at 10 off of a month, 3 weeks a month, which would have fit well. That 52-3 mile would have been a good tightener heading into this race. Unfortunately, they skipped over that and put him in the Open, which I don't really like. I wasn't really happy with, but it is what it is. So we'll use it for what it is, which is a tightening race on Sunday. I'm gone away next week. Many of you don't know that. Every year, remember last year, my father, my mother, all my brothers, some friends of the family, we all try to get away. And I mentioned it last year. Next year, I want it to be next year. I know that a lot of people that asked about it, and I just didn't get it put together. And I guess I could for the springtime, later in the spring. I would like to have a stable holiday, a stable where our clients can get away. And everybody says, why would you want to do that? Well, many of our clients are my friends now, They do. You guys do feel like family. And I think I would love nothing better than to spend a week away somewhere with a large group of people from the stable. So I think whether it's next spring or whether it's 2024 at the end or 25 early, I think at some point I will ask everybody if they want to go away. I suspect we'd have a lot of people that would want to go away somewhere. Anyway, that's for another talk for another day. But for today, where are we going? My brother and his wife booked it. Costa Rica, I think, is where we're going away. So I'm gone away for a week. Luke can drive Greatest Ending again next Sunday. You'll see that Chris Lems is down to drive all the horses. Chris and Ronnie and Luke will be down to drive all the horses throughout the week. Crantini and Unbeatable Kemp will have the week off. I think I don't have to read into too much, explain that too much to you guys. They're going to have the week off, and I'll be right back to drive them the week after. So their classes go on the Thursday. The following Thursday, I'm back Wednesday night. So that'll work out very, very well. So with that, I'm going to let you go. Really happy with the way the week went. Crantini was a winner. Unbeatable Kemp was a winner. And our boy Patrick DePirano was the winner. Now, as good as they all looked, still kind of reeling over the big mile from Unbeatable Kemp. Really, really happy with the way he turned out. I'm ever happy right now, too. It's 9:14. I told them all I'd go last trip at 10. It rained until 8:30. And now the sun is out. So at 10 o'clock, I am going to train Walter's keepsake. He's in Wednesday. You've seen, I'm sure. I'm going to train Walter. I'm going to train Kings County in the race bike also. Miss Rockadally is going to train today. So we got some trainers before I head out to Dayton tonight. Got lots of racing going on over the next 72 hours. This is the best Christmas season I've ever had. Ever. This could be the best Christmas ever. Here's hoping it is. Take care, everybody.